What is going on, guys, and welcome to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Beta. Yeah, it is finally here, and yes, I am finally back. I wouldn't say I'm back for good, but I'm just going to catch you guys up on everything while this beta game plays on the background. So you might be wondering why I've been gone or didn't care at all, but if you're wondering now, I'll just explain it to you. So, nearly this past year has been a very weird year for me. By weird, I mean a very stressful, long year. I'll just start with from my last video. So, if you go back to my last video and I had my face cam on, you can see, if you look at my face cam and look at, I believe it was my left eye, I don't quite remember, but if you look at both of my eyes, and you can see one's definitely more swelled up or more shut than the other. I had something called episcleritis, and what that basically means in short terms is your immune system is fighting something that it doesn't need to be fighting. So it just caused that, I wouldn't say infection, kind of like inflammation or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, after that video, it actually started getting worse and worse. But I'm good now. Like, I'm 100% better on that now. And hopefully I don't have to go through that again. But if I do, I already know how to fix it. All I had to do was just take a medication, and it went away over time, which was nice. After that, a couple months later, I'm just gonna hit it right now. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we had broke up, and that was a real hard one for me because we were dating for 2 years, and she was my first legit girlfriend. Any other girl before her didn't last more than 3 months, 3 months max. So she was my first legitimate girlfriend, and it sucks. I hope none of y'all ever go through that. Mostly everybody does. It really does suck. But when you kind of think life doesn't move on or whatever, it does. It truly does, because I'm doing a lot better now. But before the like me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, I started realizing that I've, like, majority of my life, probably since like middle school or high school, there would be times where I would be very sad and then happy for a couple weeks, and then I'd be sad for a couple months. And I just thought that was just teenage hormones or anything, so I didn't take it serious. But then when I realized after high school and all that, I started thinking, like, why is this still happening? Like, it doesn't make sense. So about 2.5, maybe 3 months before me and my girlfriend broke up, or my ex, but I went to see a therapist. I went to see two to get two different answers, and they both came back with the same answer. I am diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and if you don't really know what that means, I'm pretty sure you do, but if you don't, it basically means what I said earlier. I could be fine for a couple weeks to a month or so, and then I'll be in a very deep, dark depression for the same amount of time or even longer. So with that happening in my life, and then me and my ex-girlfriend breaking up, it was horrible. Like, I was just in a downward spiral, because before, like, I went to see the therapist, this was even before my last video. I had 2 jobs at the time. I worked at a dealership for about 60 hours a week, which is why videos were not very consistent. And the other job, I worked there on Sundays from like morning till noon, so I was working nearly, or averagely, around 70 hours a week. So I was pretty burnt out, didn't know what to do with myself. So I didn't, like, my body and everything, my mind was just so tired. Like, for about 6 months, I didn't sleep in at all. I was up at like 5:30 to 6 every day, which I know other people have to get up early or whatever, but when it's like a constant 6 months with no day off, it really does start to burn you out a little, especially since I'm 20 years old. So when you're that young, it really does burn you out. And reason why I was working 2 jobs was because in my last videos you saw I was in a different area. I'm still in the same area. It's my apartment. I wanted to have 2 jobs and make enough money. So at that time, because I only signed up for a 1-year lease, I was hoping by that end of the lease I could move out and live with my girlfriend at the time while she was at college. As you can clearly tell, that didn't go as planned. But you know, in life, nothing ever goes as planned. And yeah, it kind of just hit me with a shock on that. And I'm not going to get into reasons why we broke up. I'm just going to say that we did break up. And it was just like a big slap in the face because, you know, I was doing all this for the both of us. And yeah, so. But either way, after that, after the breakup, I was just in a downward spiral. I just thought I was drowning. I thought everything just felt so heavy. I didn't even know what to do with myself at all. I really just thought about just letting go, which I'm going to be honest, that is never the answer. Ever. It does get better because you can clearly tell by now I'm sounding so much better now. And if you're wondering about the bipolar disorder, I'm not even on medication. What I chose to do is just go to battle with my head, just figure out why this is happening, and it took time, as you can clearly tell. It took a lot of time. So I'm doing a whole lot better now. There's times where I am feeling down, but I would say it's more of the blues than actual depression again, because I know what that's like. So I am doing so much better now. Couldn't be happier now. I finally know who I am, and I know there's people out there that love and care for me and stuff like that. So don't let a breakup or just depression really get you, because I got it both at the same time. Like, I was hit hard. So never let anything like that win, because if I was strong enough to get out of it, anyone is. That's all I can say. So I'm doing a whole lot better now. I'm not going to make a commitment on me making, like, having videos out every single day or every other day. I'm still trying to figure that stuff out. But the reason why I'm making this video now is just to kind of give you an update. Plus, Modern Warfare 2 beta came out. I know I didn't even make a video at all for Vanguard. You all clearly know that whole year there's a reason why. And I didn't even fully level up in that game. I think I hit max level 42 maybe. Game just wasn't good. We all know that. Past 2 years, big disappointment on Call of Duty, from Cold War to Vanguard. So hopefully Modern Warfare 2 is going to come in clutch on this one. From what I've been playing in the beta, I am going to have another video coming up soon because they added Search and Destroy. As you, by this time, you already know that Search and Destroy is already in the game. So, I already recorded a few, I'm pretty sure a few, I don't even remember at this time, of Search and Destroy games. So I will have a Search and Destroy video coming up soon. And I'm not gonna lie, Search and Destroy plays pretty well in this game. That's the thing I was really nervous about, because the last 2 Call of Duties, Search and Destroy did not play well. This one, it seems to be doing pretty well. And for the beta, on my point of view, I can't say too much. It's a beta. Like, the game kind of feels the same way Modern Warfare 2019 did. So eventually, over time, the movement might become faster, like how it did, or maybe not. Some people say it moves a lot faster. Some people say it moves a lot slower. The way I see it, it's a bit of a mix of both. Like, it's always the player base. It's always going to be like that. There's always going to be campers. There's always going to be people that are kind of like me. They like to be aggressive, run and gun and all that. And that's fine, except the camper side. It's just weird. But to each their own, I guess. I feel like the game, like the way the game feels, it feels like Modern Warfare 2019 mixed in with Black Ops 4 movement, if that makes any sense at all. That's how it kind of feels, which I'm not hating. It has that arcadey feeling. When people say the game feels clunky, that's because we're so used to Modern Warfare 2019 being really smooth, because Modern Warfare 2019 doesn't really feel like Call of Duty. So, honestly, with the clunkiness, that gives you the arcadey, classic Call of Duty feeling, so not going to shit on that, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not like, the movement could use or do, or like let it say, blah. Gonna say again, just a beta, so I'm not gonna get into it. I would say the movement could be a tad bit smoother, at least, but everything else from what I've seen is pretty good. Time to kill is alright. Some of the weapons I feel like it's not super, I wouldn't say accurate, it's not like persistent, if that makes any sense. Like some long range, like there's times I've mag dumped people at like long range with an M4 and they just didn't die. So, like I said, it's just a beta. I'm not taking anything serious, but what I can say is I'm enjoying what I'm seeing now than what I did the past 2 years. So, can't wait for it. Hopefully this is going to be a good year for Call of Duty, so I'll be like wanting to make videos, if that makes any sense. So, I'm just going to leave you for the rest of this clip because it's only going to be probably maybe 10 more seconds left, or 20, don't know. So that's it. I'm feeling a lot better, guys. Hopefully see you guys soon. I'll catch you all later. Peace.